What are we filming today, Copperhead Hunter, Ray Betz?
Well, you see over here, this is, I turned into the Copperhead Hunter after my boxing career was over, if you want to show some of my boxing accoutrements. I gave a lot of that up when I left Chicago a few years ago. So anyway, let's go out here. But, first off, I got a message to you folks that are like trying to get in on the Copperhead Hunter, Ray Betz's fame and that. I rescue copperheads, okay? Like that one guy on there who he went and chopped off the frickin' head of a defenseless copperhead, and then it gets like 50 million YouTubes where it's hits where it actually shows it biting its own tail. Alright? No, if you don't want the copperheads alive, take and bring them and throw them right by Nancy Creek right here in Dunwoody, Georgia, or in my freaking front yard. I'll give them my address is on my website. So anyway, but I think there's a Cadillac over there in front of, you could show the Cadillac over there. Okay, come back this way. Come back this way. So anyway, I think that's like the Dixie Mafia or something like that, which they're over by my copperheads. They're trying to get into it too. So come over here. Let's come back here. I'll talk about how the Copperhead Hunter started. Come on over here. When I moved down from Chicago, all that the only venomous animals we had up in Chicago was like rabid dogs and politicians. You know, politicians on the freaking take. So anyway, so we moved down here. The guy who I bought the house from, during closing, he says, listen, he said Ray Betz. He didn't say Copperhead Hunter then, because I wasn't known as the Copperhead Hunter. He said, listen, before it gets cold, go under your crawl space and turn off the front faucet, because it runs under the front porch, because it might freeze, and then you might have to it'll break the pipe, regardless. So anyway, so it comes December. My wife was, she was 9 months pregnant. It was December 10th. She says, well, are you going to go under the crawl space and turn off the freaking water there? You know? And I says, I gotta crawl all the way under. I says, there could be snakes down there or whatever the hell. I said, screw that. I'll pay for a freaking plumber. I ain't going under there. So anyway, so it's December 10th. She is so ripe with child. She actually gave birth 6 days later. In fact, the young lady who's filming this, Delaney May, that was her pregnancy. Not, she wasn't, she was the child inside. Let's put it that way. So, so anyway, so one of my daughters came in and said, who wasn't in the womb, one of the daughters who wasn't in the womb, she comes out, she says, Daddy, Mommy's under the house. So there she was, she crawled, and you had to crawl all the way across the house. 9 months pregnant, 6 days away from giving birth, and she's crawling under there, a real tight crawl space. So it's like, of course I had to scold her, because if she'd gone into labor under there and gotten stuck, I'd be on the front page of every freaking newspaper as like cowardly husband sends wife under to turn off her freaking water. So anyway, so then I thought, I better man up. So I started getting used to the snakes in the area. I had a cat that used to bring the baby copperheads under my front porch. I'd pick them up and I'd throw them back to their mothers. So anyway, that's the actual genesis of the Copperhead Hunter here. So anyway, and the Dixie Mafia you can show over there. They're still parked over there. And this is the neighborhood, but it's not sweater weather. You can show my Copperhead hunting dog, Chester, there. And let's finish with the Copperhead Hunter right here. This is the Copperhead Hunter, Ray Betz. This is how it all started, okay? And another warning to anyone who does a YouTube video of where they're eviscerating, disrespecting a copperhead. What is that, Delaney? I got my eyes on you. I'm watching you. Well, I'm watching their YouTube thing, but I'm pissed off. Copperhead Hunter is pissed off. This is Copperhead Hunter, Ray Betz, signing off. Be good to copperheads.